CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Olympus Camera Corporation, manufacturers of quality 35mm cameras and accessories. Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. And by JCPenney Auto Centers and JCPenney Shop at Home Catalog.
Everyone, welcome back to Texas. I'm Tom Brookshire with Roger Staubach. Roger, the injury to Washington, how serious is it? He's a big part of that Washington offense. Huh?
Well, he's got rib cartilage problems, which are very painful, especially for a running back. So he's questionable if he's going to come back in the second half. As tough as he is, I think he'll give it a try, but it'll be a difference. He's been so sensational in the first half, but the injury will slow him down.
How much does this deflate a team, though, like Cowboys, to have the other team score just before halftime?
Well, last week Tom Landry was very concerned because Detroit did it, so I'm sure he went in at the half this time with concern. They need to get it back together again. Two critical mistakes. The offsides by Dallas on the 1-yard line cost them about 4 points. They had to kick a field goal, and then Washington had the penalty that stopped a drive. Right. So we've had a little bit of everything, Tom, in the first half.
Okay, there's the coach with a 3-point lead. Here's the great kicker. Rafael lost his father early in the year, the great soccer player, and he's having an incredible season. And the Redskins will get the football. Nelms is back in the middle, number 21. Here's the kick by Septien. This one's going to be a little shorter. Nelms at the 12. Nelms straight up, gets out, gets a good block, gets out over the 30. Look out. Mike Nelms is loose at the 40, back to the far sideline, trying to get away from Cowboys. Gets to the 43-yard line. A great run back by Mike Nelms, the #1 man in the league, doing just that. Walls made the tackle.
He almost broke that. He was surrounded by a couple of people, and really, when he cut back to the right, he maybe had a better chance to the left, but what a job he did. There's a Cowboy down on this part of the sideline, and it might be Rafael Septien.
But what a thing to score a touchdown in the closing seconds, come back out and get the ball, and then get a return like Nelms that's just given Gibbs his team. Septien is the player down.
Well, kicker's supposed to stay out of the action, especially a guy that's got 22 out of 24 in field goals. But Rafael is a heck of an athlete. He's a tough kid, and he did get into it, tried to make a tackle. Nelms, here's Nelms, makes a great block to run to the outside. A good block by Wansley, and he breaks back to the inside. There's Septien, and he's going to get clobbered by a big defensive guy. Might have been Manley. Right here, he starts cutting back to the left. He would have maybe stayed to the left, but he didn't have much of a chance. Fellows was over there, cuts back inside, and he just does a nice job getting the ball past midfield, and Washington's got excellent field position.
He had a 75-yarder earlier for a touchdown, but that was a 51-yard return that might really turn this game around. There you can see Septien, he's being treated. But right now, the Redskins have the ball on the Dallas 42. Reverse motion by the tight end. And Theismann back to throw in the first play. Outside to Thompson, who has Walls beaten and steps out at the 26-yard line. Came out throwing.
That's it. We saw that play earlier. Theismann fakes to the fullback. The reason the fake helps, the linebacker can't zip out and help on the outside route, so you have man-to-man defense in the secondary. Walls is beaten to the outside by a nice move by Thompson, and Theismann puts the ball on the money.
And Joe Washington is not back there. Number 44, the big man, John Riggins, is. So we have yet to see the little halfback in there. First and 10, the ball's on the Dallas 26 now. Outside run by John Riggins, being chased by Harvey Martin and dropped by Thurman and Martin. Now the bounce. Harvey Martin make a good recovery from the inside.
Now Dede Lewis is mad at himself. Dede had containment, and nice block on Dede. Inside by the tight end Walker, and Riggins got outside, but Martin, with his speed and pursuit, brought him down before they could gain. In fact, he's just back to the line of scrimmage, Tom.
Now, the tight ends haven't caught any balls yet for Washington. You think it's about time you dump one down the middle to somebody and get their attention?
Well, Warren's been a good receiver for him, and he hasn't caught a pass.
Inside to John Riggins, the 228-pounder, gets to the 22, carrying Randy White with him.
Well, Riggins is a great runner when he gets that head of steam going. He just doesn't have the quickness of Joe Washington inside. I don't know if anybody has the quickness of Joe Washington inside, but Riggins is really the kind of guy, when he gets a head of steam going, he's hard to stop.
Remember when he went 65 against you guys in 79 outside? He's got pretty good speed.
He got motoring down. Once he gets rolling, he can put it together.
Third down and 6, or call it 5. Theismann, one back left back there. He's going to run with the football. Joe Theismann has some running room, and he's a good athlete. He's wrapped up and dropped by walls, but he's got the first down, I believe.
He almost didn't. He had the first down, and he tried to get to the outside and tried to become a halfback right here, and almost didn't get the first down. He just made it. Good move by Theismann, though. The important thing is he did get it, but once he makes his move right here, he has the first down. Then he loses a yard or two and almost costs him the first down.
You know, young Grimm at left guard, the rookie from Pittsburgh, the number 3 draft, has been doing a pretty good job on Randy White. That time they did not double. He soloed him and bounced number 54 off the line of scrimmage.
Well, this offensive line has played well in these 5 out of 6 victories, and they've been a big force in the success of this offense.
That's Art Monk in motion. The ball's on the 15. First down carry by Riggins, who looks like he's beginning to really feel the tempo now. Kept it working. Dutton making the tackle.
Early in the year, they had 4 offensive linemen that really hadn't played much football professionally. A couple of rookies in there, and George Stark was the stalwart, and now they've got some experience, as well as a young guy, Grimm, in there, and Bostic, and Ron Saul is added. He's come back to replace Melvin Jones, who probably is healthy again, but the line has stayed healthy, and they've been a lot more consistent, and that's a big factor in the Redskins' success in the last 6 weeks.
There's Metcalf, the reverse motion. It must be a pass play. It's not. It's the draw play. Riggins gets a good block and inside the 10. Somebody took Dutton down and gave the big fullback some running room. Jones finally making the tackle.
You know, when you're about the 10-yard line, the tight ends are really a big factor in the NFL in the end zone. You got such a tight area down there that the tight ends running down, hooking in or out on the goal line and catching the football, putting it away for the touchdown is a big factor. Last week, Warren caught his first touchdown pass, and I was surprised to see the tight ends haven't been a major factor in the Washington attack around the goal line.
It's sort of a trips formation right this time, and that's where they go from. Theismann on a quick count. Scrambling, throwing. It's knocked down by Ed Jones.
Of course, Thompson wouldn't have had the touchdown, but he would have had the first down. When Jones batted it down, it was a tight little hole in there. Theismann, it's a planned scramble. He drops back, and see the number 53 is pulling out there, Bostic, so it was planned to scramble. Right there, the ball's batted down. Thompson has it he definitely has the first down and probably would have been stopped short of the touchdown.
Moseley now for the knot, for the tie. He missed the short one earlier on the first drive. Theismann's hole. The Redskins say good. It's dead solid, perfect. A tie game, and the Cowboys haven't had the football yet in the second half. 11:05 left in the third quarter.
This time Moseley is perfect from the same position. He missed an earlier one. And well, it's off to the right, but it's good. Hits the goalpost, so he didn't even see it hit the goalpost.
It's a carom shot.
The engineers of Mercedes-Benz have created an advanced diesel power system. Its heart, this compact turbocharger. And this system has just transformed 2 more diesels into high-performance turbo diesels. Mercedes-Benz unleashes the 300D sedan and the 300 CD coupe. Now with 45% more power. The 300D sedan and the 300 CD coupe. The 2 newest turbo diesels from Mercedes-Benz.
This is the automatic Olympus OM2. OM2, top of a new world of single-lens reflexes. Sophisticated, precise, world's first camera to measure light off the film for electronically accurate exposures. The revolutionary OM2. Olympus, camera of professionals, of all who demand no less than excellence. Take no pictures less than great. Olympus OM2, excellence by design.
Tonight, a 3-hour CBS special movie presentation. It's Walt Disney's Academy Award-winning hit, Mary Poppins.
From the 35, Mark Moseley, who just tied it up. Jones is waiting back on his 1-yard line. The kickoff returns have not been sensational for Dallas this season. Jones takes it, fumbles it, batters it. Fellows tries to throw himself on it, and there is a stack of players right on the 20-yard line. And everybody inhales at Texas Stadium.
Well, Jones dropped a punt earlier, and this time it's a kickoff return. It could have been very costly here. That thing really bounced around, and finally Newsom looks around, sees the ball.
That is a muff, though. That is not a fumble. It couldn't have been picked up and run in. It was just muffed.
Redskins still almost got on that ball.
Jones finally came up with it. A little shaky. The crowd quiet. The team's offense quiet because this is their first series of the second half. Danny White. In the first half was 6 of 14 for 85 yards and the touchdown to Johnson. Handoff to Springs, finds a hole, running straight at it, up to the 28-yard line. Dusek making the tackle.
Just straight ahead shot here by Ron Springs. Good block at the point of attack by Herb Scott. Pat Donovan, he gets a nice hole. He busted in there. It's been a pretty good play for him all day. Good block on Olkowitz, and finally Dusek comes over from the other linebacker position to bring him down.
Donovan seems to be doing very well blocking on that side, considering that he does have the bad leg and all. Second down and 2, an 8-yard pickup. Toss back to Dorsett going left. Good block on the outside, makes a person miss, and Lavender knocks him out at the 36-yard line.
You know, Tony Dorsett's having a big day. He's also has something in common with our President of the United States, Mr. Reagan. Number 33 is the President's favorite number, and here's number 33 doing a job and getting outside of Mendenhall and busting down the sideline. But the President was number 33 as far as his college number, 33rd governor of California. So Greg Aiello, the esteemed assistant PR director of the Cowboys, is sending number 33 jersey to the White House tomorrow.
Good gosh, that is all 33s, huh?
I think Tony Dorsett wants a cabinet post someday.
He may get it. First and 10, ball from the 36. Quite the quick out. Now he's going to turn it up. He's going for Drew Pearson.
He's throwing it out of bounds.
An assistant Redskin person on the sidelines makes the catch. Jarris White, pretty good coverage on that.
Well, the reason White had trouble is Jarris White that time didn't have to bite for the sideline, which Danny White hoped he would do because he had Tony Peters helping deep. Once White saw Tony Peters back there, he just threw it out of bounds.
Here's Cosbie, the big tight end who's got the banged up ribs. You can see he's wearing some kind of a strap around there to protect his ribs. He's going to be quite a tight end, isn't he, number 84?
Well, he's big and strong and runs excellent pass routes. And between he, Jay Salty, and Billy Joe Dupree, they've got excellent tight ends.
A 10-all tie. Here it is, second down 10. That's Drew Pearson. Great drop back, a little bit of pressure by Butch, and a good pass on the outside to Drew Pearson. And Jarris White knocks him literally over the White restraining line on the outside. You always know what pattern he's going to run, don't you, as a quarterback?
Well, that's a good pattern. Good throw by Danny White. Of course, Danny, here's the replay. Jarris White is giving him a lot of room. He's taking away the inside, just giving him a lot of outside room. There was a blitz by Coleman, so again, a cornerback knows there isn't help in the middle. You take away the inside, but he's taking it away too far, and the outside, of course, is vulnerable. Danny White's hitting 59% of his passes this year. He's number 1 in the NFC with an 86.3 rating and just having a tremendous year. A great quarterback and really one of the premier quarterbacks in the NFC right now.
Here's the handoff on the sweep. A loss by Olkowitz back almost to midfield. A slow developing play to the strong side. And with the handoff, a lot of time took place. San Francisco, LA, 20-17.
That game has gone back and forth. Whole broadcast we've been doing, this score is in and out. The Dolphins also pulled ahead of the Jets 12-6. So there's some things taking place in the league that play a role, I guess, each and every week with the wild card system. Everybody's in it.
The Redskins are certainly in it. 5-6. Losing first, they're 0-5, and now they've won 5 of their last 6. Here's split screen left fake, and the screen back to the left side. Flags are down. Ron Springs with the ball with blocking, but the flags are down. At the 20 or the 19, he's run out by Lavender and Murphy. Fake screen right and a screen left.
The pass complete to Ron Springs. There is a flag down on the play.
Defensive holding. Offsides. Dallas called back. Big offensive play.
Well, that's 5 yards in the wrong direction, and you give up a plus 39 downfield. But Danny White faked it out to the right, and it was a perfect setup to the left. And here's the offsides.
Offsides, number 80. Offense, still second down.
They got Tony Hill lined up offsides.
Boy, does Landry jump you right away when you make a mistake like that, or does he wait till Monday and film day?
Film day. That's when you like to stay out on the field. If you have to go off the field, though, but he's always thinking about the next play, so he'll forget about that till Monday.
Second down and 18. The ball now back on the Dallas 46. Shotgun time. Johnson in motion. Stays in the slot. Thrown away and right through the hands of Jarris White. Pearson was trying to run a comeback to the sideline, and Jarris White really had it read.
Jarris White ought to work on his pass receiving. He's had a couple chances today to make some big catches, and it's now it's just an incompletion. That could have been an interception. It's 3rd and 18, so Dallas has almost got new life as a quarterback. You feel you've got new life after you throw a ball that could be intercepted and it's dropped. It actually works to your benefit psychologically.
3rd down and 18. White in the shotgun. Only 35% 3rd down conversions this year. That's low for Dallas. That's Salty in motion. He's got time this time. Now he's going to run. Likes to scramble. Being chased by Dave Butts and throws back in the middle of the field. And caught by Pearson, I believe, inside the 20-yard line. Make that Tony Hill. No, it is Pearson, number 88.
Yeah, that's a great play right there. And it's 3rd and 18, and Danny just got rid of that ball, and Drew Pearson knew he was going to get clobbered, and he just hung in there, and that's one of his strengths. Drew will catch anything over the middle, anything tough, in a crowd, and that separates him from a lot of receivers. This time right now, Danny gets rid of the ball right here, chased by Butts. Drew knows he's vulnerable right now. He knows someone's going to hit him, but he still concentrates, catches the football, and of course they come out of the 3rd and 18 with a big play.
What a play, what a catch. Quarterback turned receiver, free agent out of Tulsa. Incredible. 8-11 in the 3rd period, and Dallas has something going. It's 1st and 10. Straight handoff to Springs, finds a little bit of hole. Donovan coming to get him out, Butts making the tackle.
Well, they've been working on that right side over there on Dexter Manley in the run, and Brooks, and Manley.
We understand we may have lost the video portion of this game at perhaps the most exciting moment. We apologize, but hope you'll stay with us. It's technical, and we've got the best people working on it. Stay with us for an audio. We're back now with the video. It's 2nd down and 6. Man in motion is Ron Springs, the fullback. Dorsett gets a misdirection handoff and a draw. Gets inside the 10-yard line in a burst. Olkowitz making the tackle.
Here's the explosion by Dorsett again, and good blocking there. Butts is knocked out of the play. Olkowitz makes a move to the other side, finally gets over there, gets Dorsett, but he picks up the 1st down.
Is Dorsett very strong in the legs? He even makes big people sometimes hold on for dear life.
Now, he's not really big weight-wise, but he's got his weight in the right places. He's got good upper body strength, and his legs are strong, and he hasn't been injured very much. He's very durable, and as little as he is, he's extremely durable.
There's Mr. Durable. Oh, hit at the 10-yard line. A quick move. Olkowitz this time filling the hole. It's going to bring up a real good call here. You'd have to get more than 10 yards. It's not goal to go yet. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got the 2 tight ends in this time, Salty and Cosbie. You might look for either one of them to catch a pass. I'm sure Dallas in 2nd and 10 around their 10-yard line. They only have so many plays, and normally it's a passing situation for the Cowboys in the 10-yard line on 2nd down.
Would they reverse or anything out of this formation? White stays under on 2nd. He's straight back. Throwing behind Tony Hill, covered by Lavender, but the ball was thrown in his wake. The Bird Lavender plays the ball very, very well, and he's got that height as a former basketball player from San Diego State. Landry having a little bit of trouble making a decision. Now he's got...
That's why it's tough to call the plays for a quarterback in Dallas. You got so many special situations. You got Cosbie and Saldi and Dupree in and out, different backs, different wide receivers. So if you wanted to call the play, you'd have to signal to the sidelines who to send in, and it gets pretty tough when you have so many special situations.
A special situation, 3rd down and 10. 10 yards will not get you a touchdown. Straight drop back, no shotgun. Going outside for Cosbie, and he's open for the touchdown. A good catch. Jarris White hanging on.
Well, they got a double sideline to the tight ends this time. Danny White picks his side. He looks to the right side. Cosbie's a big target. He's made a lot of catches this year that have been critical. The ones he's caught, the touchdown in Philadelphia. And once the ball gets into his chest, he is a former basketball player, an excellent basketball player, and it's hard to pull the ball away. And Jarris White isn't big enough right here, and Cosbie just does a good job tucking away for the touchdown.
That's a big throw. Fourth touchdown reception by Cosbie. Still perfect in the extra points is Rafael Septien. And the Dallas Cowboys have come back with vengeance. It's 17-10. Dallas over Washington in the 3rd quarter.
There's a new day dawning, America.
Today, we're all working to brighten America's energy future. And Sun, an energy company for nearly a century, is helping by developing new sources of oil, natural gas, synthetic fuels, and coal right here at home.
America, Sun is helping to make a new day.
Sun, a lot of energy under one name.
At JCPenney Auto Centers, we won't steer you wrong. We will steer you to the amazing JCPenney Mileage Maker XP All-Season Steel-Belted Radial for great traction in any road conditions. And right now, save $40 to $100 on a set of 4. The Mileage Maker XP with the unique interlock block tread. Season in, season out. The only tire you need. Only at JCPenney.
JCPenney Auto Centers, we won't steer you wrong.
64,583 of 400 some odd no-shows. Hopefully they're watching wherever they are, but the stadium is rocking. A touchdown pass. Cosbie getting his 4th, and it's 17-10 now, and the Cowboys have gone back on top. 5:22 left in the 3rd period. Septien kicking from the 35, and of course Nelms is waiting. Oh, this is a driving kick. Nelms, 5 yards deep in the end zone, is going to run it out. You know he is. Nelms straight up into the 22, and the last 7 yards were through the air. Downs, Michael Downs, the rookie, making the tackle, and he stayed on the field a little bit.
That Nelms, he really goes for it, I'll tell you that. He really goes for it.
Baltimore loses their 11th straight game, 35-24. St. Louis rebounding from the loss to Philadelphia 2 weeks ago, that's for sure. Oakland trailing San Diego at halftime. What happened to the defenses? Miami over the Jets in the 3rd quarter, 12-6. A lot of field goals. Don't forget, next Sunday, Los Angeles at Pittsburgh, Washington, these Redskins at Buffalo. The doubleheader game, the Giants at San Francisco, Atlanta at Houston here on CBS. The Cowboys have no interceptions off Joe Theismann so far. He is 9 for 19, 1 touchdown, 116 yards. He's become a very careful thrower.
Now, Dallas has really been a big play team this year. They had a third down and 18. It was really 2nd and 18, almost through the interception. Jarris White came back to 3rd and 18, and of course hit the big play to Drew Pearson on that drive.
Charlie Waters had an interception. I am corrected by Bill Freer, my able stand-down. Here's the fake draw to Riggins. Being rushed, now he dumps off and gets the ball back to Riggins. He may have fumbled that ball. That may be live. Randy White's on it. They're calling it incomplete.
It's a fake draw again. Theismann's looking downfield. He doesn't see what he wants, comes back. Nice move there away from Martin. Throws the ball to Riggins, and he never has possession right there. here's Theismann trying to maneuver away from Harvey Martin, number 17. And he does it just there.
Second down and 10. Redskins breathe a sigh with that one. Big fella off the right side, not much. Still on his feet and being battled now by Harvey Martin and John Dutton.
Joe Washington's jogging a little bit on the sidelines, but evidently they're not going to stick him back in there. He's got that rib cartilage problem, and he's trying, though, on the sidelines. He's going back, and someone's talks to him, and he starts jogging again. He's coming back from a little jog right there, and they're going to miss this guy if they don't get him back in there.
Metcalf has come in now. We're anticipating pass. There's Joe Washington. We understand it's rib damage. They don't know, of course, whether they're broken or not. Here's the third down conversion ratio, and this is a big one for the Redskins. Theismann back to throw. He's getting rushed and throws it. Almost intercepted, caught by Ricky Thompson at the 38-yard line. Wilson was right there. Looked like he made the interception, and Ricky Thompson came out with it.
Well, Steve Wilson is always around the football when he comes in on this 4-0 defense, but he hasn't been able to come up with the interception. That time it kind of went through his arms, and Ricky Thompson, as we mentioned, has got sure hands. He concentrated and made an excellent big play for the Redskins.
He's a great little under receiver, like Pat Tilley and a few people around the league. He runs great little under patterns, doesn't he?
Good hands. And he just seems to come up. He's got 4 touchdowns this year, so he's come up with some big plays for the Redskins.
First and 10 now. A big throw and catch. Theismann to Thompson. Here it is. Back with some blocking. A lot of rush now. To the breaking old tackles now. All right, let's go to New York City, where Brent Musburger has an update. You got it, Brent.
The San Francisco 49ers have struck for 20 points in 9 minutes against the Los Angeles Rams. Ronnie Lott with his 6th interception of the season. 3rd time he scored a touchdown. It's now 27-17. Dan Pastorini has been replaced by Pat Hayden. Let's go back to you in Dallas.
All right, Brent. Giaquinto, the young man that caught the touchdown pass, made that reception and made quite a run on it. Almost to midfield now. First and 10. 3:26 left in the 3rd. Theismann back to throw. He's getting some heat now from that Dallas line. It's almost knocked away. Walker, the big tight end, the man in motion usually on this double tight end system, made the catch. Waters was there. It looked like that ball might have been deflected.
Well, it either was deflected or it just wiggled out there, but Theismann is looking downfield. He's got his end out in the flat as a tight end. Is a safety valve. He drills the ball out there, and it might have been tipped right there. Walker concentrates. It's low, and they pick up 5 or 6 yards in that play.
A Dallas defensive line is like the NBA forwards, you know. 6'9", 6'7". Second down and 5. Here's the draw play. Giaquinto breaking tackles. The young man gets to the 33-yard line. Waters and Mike Hegman finally making the tackle, and this young man exploded on him, number 30.
He's made a couple of nice catches, one for a touchdown. This time he runs the draw. Washington was running it well in the first half. Bostic does a good job on pretty stymieing Bruning a little bit to give Giaquinto enough time to get by the middle linebacker, and that's what you have to do on a draw, and he gets good yardage.
Second-year man out of Connecticut, 5'10", 204, number 30. Obviously his biggest shot at fame and fortune. It's a first and 10. Redskins are moving it. Theismann back. He's got time this time. Complete. Giaquinto again at the 25.
Well, that was between D.D. Lewis and Bob Bruning that time. The back just hooked into that open area, and Theismann drilled him. It's a pretty safe pass, and it's a difficult pass to defense unless you have the man-to-man coverage. We're in a zone, and you hook in between those linebackers. You can really move a football, and, of course, Theismann picked out the right receiver.
Giaquinto has no receptions coming into this game. He has a touchdown catch already, and he just made a couple of key ones right here in the 3rd period. Second down, 2. That's Riggins being chased outside and dropped back to the 30. Good play by D.D. Lewis.
Well, D.D. really penetrated that time. That's the key to that particular loss right there. D.D. just fired across that line of scrimmage, didn't give anybody a chance to block on him. Of course, big Joe Jacoby tried to, but D.D. just fired across, did an excellent job shutting off the play. That's what D.D. Lewis does well. He's a big play guy for Dallas. He has the tendency to to play the run better than the pass, but he still plays football extremely well for being around about 14 years.
You're looking at big Russ Grimm, the number 68, the number 3 draft from Pittsburgh, and he's got something wrong with the leg. It's getting tough. 1:03 left in the third period. The Cowboys lead by 7. The Redskins have the ball and driving.
Rainmaker to ground.
Hey, Rainmaker. One more, how to do it?
Raj, picking us up a radio. Tell that fire not to go anywhere.
Bullseye! You got it.
Does that mean it's Miller time?
Roger.
Miller time.
Well, it's time to relax.
Time for the best tasting beer you can find.
Beer stands clear.
Miller High Life.
Yeah, you got the time. Miller's got the beer.
These are nice diesel cars. Get good mileage, carry people comfortably. Now, this Toyota diesel truck is nice, too. It gets fantastic truck mileage. And this tough Toyota diesel truck can carry 2 people comfortably and 1,000 pounds of feed, or 1,000 pounds of wire, or 110 gallons of milk, or camping and fishing gear for 2 weeks. Delivers like a diesel, works like a truck.
Wednesday, Shannon gets caught between an arsonist, an old enemy, and a beautiful woman. Shannon, Wednesday at 10, 9 Central and Mountain.
Beginning at 7 o'clock.
Tim Hudgens and his family are here. They're from Calhoun, Georgia. Tim's had a bit of a setback for a 12-year-old, but he's a Cowboy fan, wanted to see this game, and he's here in good stead and saying hi to the folks at home.
I know it. He helped me out a lot up here before the game, getting ready for this baby. It's good to see Timmy. Third down conversions, 4 for 10. This is a giant one. Third down and 7. Ball's on the Dallas 30. Theismann under heat throws over and knocked away by Walls. Cool as a cucumber. Everson Walls knocks it away from Art Mark.
Well, Theismann has gone to this play in a passing situation. Of course, Walls is playing a little bit tighter. He's hit Thompson twice to that outside on Walls. This time, Walls makes the play, gets that left arm inside. Excellent defensive play at a very opportune time as far as the Cowboys are concerned.
This will be a 47-yard field goal attempt, being held at the 37 by Joe Theismann. Don't forget, he is the quarterback. Moseley's missed one short one and made one. This is on the way. It's wide left, and the roar of the crowd will tell you that. Ball will come back to the line of scrimmage. Dallas has the 7-point lead. We're almost through with quarter number 3.
Dear Atari Anonymous, ever since my husband Luno returned from Earth with Asteroids, the new Atari home video game, he and the rest of the family do nothing but play Asteroids. Luno says Asteroids is good practice for his interplanetary life.
Bitty bitty, bitty bitty.
Tell me, dear Atari Anonymous, with everybody hooked on Asteroids, what on earth is a poor Martian mother to do?
New Atari Asteroids, now available for your home. GMC is a big name in trucks with a lot behind it. Like the new GMC C1500 pickup, which offers a new optional 6.2-liter diesel engine designed exclusively for trucks. And GMC's new S15, the little rig, with a standard 4 or available with an optional V6 engine that can deliver economy and be quick about it. GMC, the name tells you right up front, trucks are what we're all about.
The knee of Russ Grimm, the left knee of the big offensive left guard, the rookie from Washington. He was helped off the field, and looks like he's trying to put it back together. And this fella had knee trouble early and came back to play as a starter, so maybe we'll see Grimm back in there. We certainly hope so. First and 10. The ball's on the 30-yard line. And in motion is Springs. Toss back to Dorsett. Donovan gets a good block on the outside, and Dorsett has running room to the 45-yard line. What a block by Donovan, and almost a fight into the Dallas bench. Olkowitz chasing. And Murphy.
There's a flag down there.
was the hit? Is that what we're discussing in the bench? Dorsett is stating his case very plainly. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Cowboys. The crowd reaction. Now wait, he pointed both ways.
Pickup is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Cowboys.
It's after the play, so what they'll do is take give them the first down, then mark off 15 yards, make it 1st and 25.
Now, would you have gone up and started arguing right now? Let's hear what this was.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 77. Offense after the ball was out of bounds. 1st down and 25.
Well, number 77, of course, is on the bench over there, so it had to be somebody coming off the Dallas bench.
Bruce Thornton was over there. I think he took a pop on Olkowitz.
Here it is.
Here's Olkowitz coming over to knock Dorsett out of bounds, and Murphy's in there. And it's not really a late hit on the sideline, but someone must have popped Olkowitz.
Springs bounces out to the 34-yard line. 30 seconds left in quarter number 3. And yes, it is heating up.
Well, the Redskins have tried to stop the running over to that side of the line, and Mendenhall's moved over there. Larch has come in the game. They've been switching around. They get Manley mainly in on the pass rush now. Here's Springs limping off a little bit with could be a tight hamstring.
And Robert Newhouse, the stumpy one, comes in. What a great player Newhouse has been. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Redskins trail by 7 points. Dallas having a little bit of trouble getting it started. I think we got 15 minutes of good football left.
Kodacolor 2 film for prints captures all the colors you can imagine. Brilliant yellows and greens, from luscious watermelon to radiant peacock. Spectacular blues, from indigo to blueberry you can taste. Vivid reds, from rose to flame. More colors than your eyes can see. The more you care about color, the more you need Kodacolor 2 film from Kodak, America's storyteller.
Presenting the new Toyota Supra and Dan Gurney. It takes the right stuff to make a great performance car. Come ride with Dan Gurney and see.
It's quick off the line. That's the twin-cam fuel-injected engine. Now let's see the independent four-wheel suspension in action. Handles well. Nice brakes.
The new Toyota Celica Supra.
That's the right stuff.
Supra.
Thanksgiving Day, feast your eyes on CBS Sports as the Chicago Bears face the Dallas Cowboys, starting with a special holiday edition of the NFL Today, live at 3:30 Eastern on CBS.
Back for a 4th quarter of action. The lights are on, but it's been a beautiful Texas day. 60 degrees. Danny White, obviously all the way at quarterback. We understand Russ Grimm, the big rookie for Washington, has a sprained left knee, which is really good news, and might return, which is even better news. Okay, 2nd down and 22. The ball's out on the 33 following the penalty from somebody on the Dallas bench.
Good time for a screener draw right here.
All right, back to throw. White being chased, going across the middle. Pearson catches it at the 46-yard line, dropped immediately.
Well, they went for the deep one that time, and he's probably very close to that 1st down. This is Dallas's one of their favorite plays in long yardage. They send the tight end through the middle, bring the wing, Drew Pearson, underneath about 18 to 20 yards downfield. Murphy went back for the tight end a little bit and couldn't help in the middle, and of course Peters was beaten to the inside.
Well, you invented that play. Didn't you score against Pittsburgh in Super Bowl 10 on that play early in the game? Almost that play?
The middle has been a great play, especially when you have a receiver like Drew Pearson, because he's just not afraid to catch anything. He makes good adjustments, and he just did get the 1st down. 2nd 22, and he picks up the 1st down, but he's just not afraid of anything over that middle, and it makes a difference. There's a guy they're missing right now.
Joe Washington, bad ribs. on a real good carry, getting the Redskins close to that touchdown just before halftime, but is unable to play. 1st and 10 after one of the biggest first downs of the day for the Dallas Cowboys. The toss back to Dorsett, running outside, turned back inside somehow, and the flag is thrown over the group. Brooks made the tackle.
I think there's some pushing on the offense that time. I think it's going to be against Dallas.
Number 51 got up outside and played it beautifully, Monty Coleman, and really gave Dorsett nowhere to go.
That's what you've got to do is push off those blocks as a linebacker. If you're the force man, if you're responsible for outside containment, don't let him get outside. And Dorsett today, when he's had his big runs, he's gotten outside, and Coleman played that one real well. Plus Washington.
Illegal block above the waist, number 20. Offense, still first down.
An extra 10 yards the other way.
Ron Springs blocking above the waist. There are a lot of rules. It's complicated. 1st and 20 now. The ball on the Dallas 45.
When you've got a good offense, you don't want to pick up everything on one play. And 1st and 20, don't panic. With a running game like Dallas has, you can still stick to the run, get 8 or 9 yards, and not try to eat up 20 yards with an incompletion and still be in 2nd and 20.
Brooks almost offsides. A big hole opened up for Dorsett, who gets it right back in there, almost to the sticks again. Dave Butts made the tackle. Let's go to Brent Musburger right now in New York City.
Rookie, it didn't take Pat Hayden long. He goes here to Drew Hill, 43 yards. That set up a Ram touchdown. They pulled back to within 3 of San Francisco. Meanwhile, San Diego all over Oakland, 41-21. The Jets have kicked a field goal. They trail Miami 12-9. Back to you in Dallas.
All right, Brent. San Diego getting their offense going against one of the best defenses a year ago in the league. 2nd down and 12. The screen is set up this time. Ron Springs has it out in the flat to the 40. Behind Herb Scott. Pulled down on the 26-yard line by Monty Coleman, the pass linebacker from behind.
Now, that was set up extremely well. That time they faked to Springs inside the fullback, and he was stood there and looked like he was blocking, snuck out in the flat, and he had Herb Scott pull out there. And he had a wall of blockers in front of him. Monty Coleman was the only one that had a chance. Rafferty came back and got a little hit on Coleman. He has Herb Scott out in front, and Springs is down the sideline. A perfectly set up screen pass.
Good play. Everybody stacked inside. Coleman, with the great speed, managed to catch him. Dorsett now with 84 yards on 15 carries. To the 25 and barely.
And off to Dorsett.
Tony Peters filling from that safety spot.
Well, he did fill. He just watched that perfectly, and guessed right on it and filled the spot. Here's Septien. He warms up on the sidelines anytime they get inside the 30.
Well, his coach, you know, Ben Agajanian had an operation and is not here. He's out in L.A., but every time Rafe used to have some problems, they'd bring old Ben back, and he seemed to settle him down. He's really made him a great kicker, hasn't he?
He's been his guru. He's helped him not only physically, but mentally, and Ben is a fine guy, and he's doing much better right now.
2nd down pass, play action by White. He's going to run with it now. No, he's going to pass. Now he is going to pass. Overthrows Cosbie, and was he over the line of scrimmage? The flag is thrown. Daddy White went over the line of scrimmage.
Well, you're allowed to punt over the line of scrimmage. And White's done that a few times.
That's
but
loss
you
of
cannot
down.
pass over the line of scrimmage.
Automatic loss of down, and Landry is mad, maybe at himself or at somebody. Probably Danny White.
Well, he's either the router or somebody broke the play, or, of course, Danny made a mistake there. That's happened to many quarterbacks.
Forward pass, thrown beyond the line of scrimmage. Number 11, offense, lost it down. 3rd down.
The coach not too happy. A 7-point lead in the 4th period, 12:06 left.
Dallas has hit the big 3rd down plays today, especially around the goal line.
Redskins are still in the football game and still battling like gangbusters. Shotgun time, 3rd down, 15. Springs in motion. Being pressured. Now he runs out. Drops it off. Hill inside the 20. Dances and fumbles the ball out of bounds. Helms in that nickel defense chased him, but Tony Hill brought everybody to a stop and then dropped the ball.
Well, White's getting a lot of time back there, and when the pressure does get to him, this is what you don't teach a quarterback. It's just an instinct that he has. He knows when he has to start moving, and Manley did get around there, but protection was good. White gets out of the pocket, which he does extremely well. Danny White's got good mobility for a quarterback and drops it off, and this time Hill drops it, of course, fortunately out of bounds.
Yeah, but a funny play. He does bring you to your feet, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Nobody sits down when Tony Hill catches it or doesn't. All right, it's a big first down catch. 1st and 10 now. The ball on the 12-yard line. Inside, Dorsett spins. Dropped there by Mendenhall after Olkowitz made the first contact. Redskins have played the rushing game for Dallas extremely well.
Tackle was made by Mendenhall. Second down, 13.
Cowboys came in averaging 160 yards rushing per game. And the Skins have clamped down on that in pretty good shape.
When you're on the 15-yard line, you got second down. This is the time to cross them up with a run or do something different. But it is a passing situation. But every once in a while, the guy like Dorsett, you can still run the football.
Second down and 13. The sweep handoff. Dorsett falls down.
What they probably should have thrown that time.
Dusek right there. Again, the handoff has not been as exceptional for Dallas as the toss to him. There's third down and 16.
Donovan's been out there a few plays. He's got that growing injury that's a problem, and Andy Frederick's in there. They say Donovan might return. But the guy that's been missed in the second half, as far as injuries are concerned, it's Joe Washington, who's just borderline on the sensational in the first half.
Dorsett back to 78 yards after the loss on 18 carries. Springs has had a good day, and here's shotgun time on 3rd and 16.
Here's the blitz. They're going to put pressure.
Oh, that pressure got there, but the ball is on the way and knocked away by Jarris White. Dexter Manley and Olkowitz, I believe, were right in Danny White's face on that throw.
Well, if they would have hit that one, every time they've got down there, they've hit a big pass. That time, Jarris White made a heck of a play. If they would have hit this one, I was going to send one of those AWACS over to Redskin Park, because their pass defense around this goal line has really cost them 2 big touchdowns. That time, Jarris White did a good job in pass defense.
Butch Johnson waiting for the ball in the end zone that never got there. The field goal attempt from the 26-yard line, a 36-yard attempt. He's only missed 2 all year. The hold by White. It's long enough. It's no good. It's off to the right. 3 misses and a tough one. 10:18 left in the 4th period. The Redskins trail by 7. I wonder if we have an OT. We'll be back with more of the Dallas-Washington game after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
It's official. There's only one news leader in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's right. Both major television rating services agree. Channel 4 News at 10 is #1. Channel 4 News at 10 with Chip Moody, Clarice Tinsley, Wayne Shattuck, and Dale Henson. The #1 news team in Dallas-Fort Worth. Channel 4 News at 10. The news team Dallas and Fort Worth is turning to for the best in news, weather, and sports coverage. The news team Dallas and Fort Worth depends on night after night.
The Florida Keys and Milwaukee are a whole country apart. But to these guys, they both mean something great. The Keys mean stone crab, big and fresh. And Milwaukee means beer, cold, crisp, old Milwaukee beer. And man, you can't have one without the other.
Whenever you think of the town of Milwaukee,
You think of beer.
and old Milwaukee tastes as great as its name.
You know what? Doesn't get any better than this.
Are you prepared for emergencies?
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Toyota, who invite you to see all the 1982 Toyota cars and trucks at your local dealer. Oh, what a feeling to drive a Toyota. And by Lowenbrau. When it's time for the taste of a truly great beer, let it be Lowenbrau.
The field goal is not automatic.
No, there's Tom is, I guess he's praying over there. One time he was getting ready to send a play into a game, and I was on the sidelines. He was looking up through the roof, and he finally looked down at me, gave me the play, and I said, Coach, I wonder where you got those plays from. He didn't laugh either.
No. Theismann back to throw, dumps it over, and misses Art Monk coming sort of under. A lot of skirmishing on the line of scrimmage that time. Walls was in pursuit. In fact, Art Monk thinks he might have bounced him around a little bit.
Number 67, Pat Donovan.
This is where that defensive line of Dallas is really, they, in the fourth quarter, when they can smell a victory, and with a 7-point lead, they've really put a fierce pass rush on people late in the game, and now it's kind of like a sprinter coming down the last few yards of a run. They just give that little extra effort. And this defensive line has really played well with leads going into the fourth quarter, especially late in the fourth quarter. This is a big series for the Redskins.
Giaquinto in there on 2nd down 10. The draw play to Giaquinto, who puts his head down and gets out over the 25. Randy White making the tackle. This is also a quarter when Randy White has the steam up on his back like a workhorse, and he really plays well late, doesn't he?
He does. And Ed Jones has really, this year, has played extremely well at the defensive end, and he's been publicized a lot, but I think underrated. I think this is the kind of year that, and you look at the front four, that Ed has maybe been a little bit more consistent than anybody, and deserves a Pro Bowl shot this year.
Well, you just gave him a good chance at it. Art Monk's in motion. 3rd down and 5. Big heat from Harvey Martin, and it's knocked away by the man you just talked about. Jones spikes another one, his 2nd of the day. Charlie Waters is slow getting up.
There's Randy White being blocked over there, and Harvey, it's a little loop, little game over on that side. Harvey's coming inside. Bostic does an excellent job, but there's Big Ed, 6'9". Once he gets up in the air, he's almost can dunk the ball through the hole in the stadium. He's really a big guy in front of a quarterback. Knocked the ball down. The one he knocked down earlier in the game, Ricky Thompson would have caught for a 1st down about the 3-yard line. So that's 2 that have been instrumental in stopping the Redskins.
Jones is back to take it now. Connell kicking from the 11-yard line. 9:30 left. Jones at the 36. Wow, and hit hard as the Redskins really came down under that one. Monty Coleman making contact like you can't believe. Connell didn't think he hit it well. The Cowboys got to hold on and chew up the clock, and the Redskins won it back.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Alex, I'm just coming out to look for you, greenhorn.
We took a little detour.
Little detour? Little detour for what?
Well, we want to say thank you for putting up with us these last couple of weeks.
So we stopped at the store and picked up some Lowenbrau. By golly, you city folks are all right.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrau.
We had such a good time. We're coming back next year. Okay, but don't tell my horses that.
Radio Shack makes Christmas dreams come true. Whether it's on the track or off or on maneuvers, your kids control all the action with our incredible radio control toys. With an easy-to-operate transmitter, drive a race car, put a motorcycle through its paces, or even control a robot. Excitement for kids and grown-ups, too. 11 different fun-filled radio-controlled action toys priced $11.95 to $69.95. Only at Radio Shack, your Christmas electronics store.
17 to 10. The clock here at Texas Stadium getting a little darker outside. 9:24. Cowboys want to keep the football, still moving enough. Obviously protect that 7-point lead. Wide inside handoff to Springs. Springs very strong. Gets into the blue star. Springs now into the 80s carrying the football.
48-yard line.
On 13 carries. It was a pretty good selection, too, wasn't it? Everybody thought his senior year he had the bad knees and all, and Gil Brandt and Tex Ram thought he'd be an excellent football player, and he certainly is.
Well, they got him, I think, in the 6th or 7th round, and he's really paid dividends for the Cowboys.
2nd down, 3. Pearson in motion. The toss, back to Dorsett. Finds the hole, trips on one of his own men and gets to the 47. Murphy and Coleman making the tackle.
Dorsett, the ball carrier.
One thing that Springs has done this year, when you're in that I formation, the fullback is really critical for blocking. And Ron Springs' blocking has improved immensely and has been a factor in Dorsett's running this year along with the offensive line, because a fullback is the lead blocker so many times in that I formation like he was there, and you have to stop that force man. And Springs got a piece of Peters, just knocked him just a little bit, and Kenny was knocked around and gave Dorsett the chance to get that extra yardage.
Andy Frederick is in at left tackle for Donovan. Here's the draw play, the quick draw. Dorsett picks up 2 or 3. Olkowitz making the tackle. The clock now, 7:56. Obviously, the Cowboys will not stop it. The Redskins lost their first 5 and then have won 5 of their last 6, 4 in a row. An incredible turnaround. You and I saw them lose to San Francisco in Washington, and I thought that was the end of Joe Gibbs' first year.
Well, that's right. In the game they've lost in this drive, they almost pulled it out against Miami, 13-10. So they've been playing as good as anybody down this last stretch of 6 games.
White taking his time now. It's 2nd down 9. There's Andy's flag.
Andy Frederick, number 71.
In for Donovan, who must have re-injured himself. And Andy Frederick, who doesn't get a lot of playing time, just jumped, huh? I think White changed the count to a longer count to use some time.
He had a tackle pull on
start,
that time.
number 71, offense, still 2nd down.
He was pulling all the way from his left tackle spot around to the right side and try to get a head start on everybody. There's Joe with Don Bro and Joe Bugle stand next to him with those hats on. One of them is given the signal, then he signals into the game. You just don't know which one's doing it.
The hot player or the hot coach and the one that's just given dummies. 2nd
Here's a
down.
good time for that screen or draw again. They did it before in 2nd and 12, and you might see it again. It was a big play for him before.
2nd 14 is the screen as Roger Caller out to Pearson. Number 88 gets a block. Pearson inside the 40-yard line. Washington territory. Coleman forcing him out. Good call, Roger. Absolutely on the money.
Well, they've been hitting the what you call a deceptive play, which is a screen or draw, whether it's a quick screen, the screen to the fullback before it worked to Springs. This time, it was a move off of the fake to Springs, and he just went the other way. Got through Pearson, and Tony Hill came back from his inside slot position, got a piece of Jarris White, and finally Coleman got over to knock him out of bounds.
Short of the 1st down by about a foot. Drew trying to get that last step, and Coleman wouldn't allow it. 7:14, the clock stopped as Pearson got out of bounds. It's 3rd down and a short one. Springs, Dorsett in the eye. 3 tight ends. Darting to the 35-yard line. Nelms making the tackle.
Well, Jay Salty does a little bit of everything for Dallas, and he gets the key block. He's coming in motion. There's Springs going inside. Dorsett breaking outside. Frederick walls his man off, number 71, but Jay Salty also gets a piece of Nelms that gives Dorsett the running room to get the 1st down.
1st and 10, 6:45 on the clock. And running as the Cowboys are running most of the time. 17-10, Dallas lead. It's been a tough, hard-fought game. Crossbuck, handoff to Springs, trapped. Lorch and Olkowitz stopping that play. The old crossbuck.
Yeah, that didn't fool anybody. It had Dorsett going across the backfield with little counter, Springs going the other way, and Carl Lorch, big 71, held his ground. And of course, the reason Olkowitz got over there, he just read the guard. He wasn't reading Dorsett. If he was looking at Dorsett, he would have went after him, but he was reading the guard going back, and he was right there in the hole. And a lot of games go on inside, and again, it's important to read the right people in offense, and Olkowitz is a fine middle linebacker against the run.
Be careful of turnover time. That's what Washington's looking for. Cosbie reverse motion on 2nd down and 12. White going outside. There's Pearson open in between 2 players, and it's no good. Incomplete, jarred loose. Jarris White made contact.
Jarris White was there. Cosbie was He either hadn't run Jarris White out of the play enough, but Cosbie was too close to Pearson, so they're going to talk about that on the sidelines. And there's Cosbie talking to someone over there. But Drew almost had the ball. Good play by Danny White, but Dusack and Jarris White knocked it loose.
Pearson has 17 100-yard days catching the ball, and 5 of those have been against the Washington Redskins, and he's just short of that now in the 90-yard category. He's some player, especially against Washington. Third down. 12, call it. Got good time. Danny White. It is, Joe Lavender, the Birdman, had one hung up for him. He stayed in the zone and drifted over.
I'll tell you, Danny has hit some big passes today and has thrown the ball well at times, but the Redskins have dropped a lot of potential interceptions. There's 2 or 3 that's been dropped. This was right on the money to Joe Lavender, and he was either looking up at Butch Johnson or looking for the goal line, but he just dropped that one.
Danny White into punt. Nels will go back, but White will try to nail it inside that 20-yard line. $15 of them by White have been into the corner, so that Washington will have to go a long way to get that touchdown that they need. Trying to drop it in, hoping to get good coverage, and does. It's spiked at the 6.
Steve Wilson did a good job that time, Tommy. He got down and got a hand on it. It might have rolled in the end zone.
A little bit of control with that foot, too, by the quarterback, huh? A low punt, just sort of dropped in there. It's 17-10. Washington has the ball and 5:28 left.
Toyota asked to compare their 82 four-wheel drive truck to our dirt bike. We're both tough going up mountain roads. Toyota should be. It's got one of the biggest engines in its class. And he looks pretty comfortable in there, too. But come on, Toyota, the last part of the test where you carry us, then we carry you. Give me a break. The 4x4, it'll get you to the top, comfortably.
Okay, units, travel plans. I need to be in New York on Monday, LA on Tuesday, New York on Wednesday, LA on Thursday, New York on Friday. Got it? So you want to work here? What really makes you think you deserve a job here?
Well, sir, I think on my feet I'm good at figures and I have a sharp mind.
Excellent. Can you start on Monday?
And in conclusion, Jim, Bill, Bob, Call, Fred, Load, Dork, 8 and 10. Business is business, so let's get to work. Thank you for taking me.
Petey, you did a bang-up job. I'm putting you in charge of Pittsburgh. Perfect. I know it's perfect, Peter. That's why I picked Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's perfect. Peter, may I call you Pete? Congratulations on your deal in Denver, Dave. I'm putting you down to deal with Dallas.
In this fast-moving, get-it-done-yesterday world, aren't you glad there's one company that can keep up with it all? Federal Express. And it absolutely positively has to be there overnight.
Tonight, a 3-hour CBS special movie presentation. It's Walt Disney's Academy Award-winning hit, Mary Poppins.
The Cowboys fighting down the stretch now, knowing that Philadelphia has lost to the Giants. And, of course, December the 13th will be here faster than you can imagine. But right now, the Redskins have the ball, and they have got to go the length of the field to tie this up with a touchdown. Theismann back to throw. Slip screen to the right side to Metcalf. Terry Metcalf is tackled at the 10-yard line. A good driving tackle by Everson Walls. 5:19 on the clock. It'll continue to run. 3 timeouts the Redskins have.
Well, we haven't heard a lot from Metcalf today. Dallas has done a pretty good job shutting him down. He's been catching the football. He's got 35 catches this year. And I don't know if he's caught maybe one earlier.
Giaquinto is in, the young man that's had a tremendous day. Only been with the Redskins a couple of weeks. 2nd down and 8. The ball's on the 10-yard line. Theismann are getting double help on Harvey Martin. And Art Monk makes a great catch and then maybe fumbles the ball. Let's see what the call is. They're going to call it incomplete at the 29-yard line.
I don't know. One official I don't think agrees with it. So we'll see.
That's the rule we talked about. They used to have to make a move after they caught it.
Both feet have to be on the ground when you catch the football, and when he hit the ground, we see a replay, we'll be able to tell better. But Joe thinks he caught the ball.
You don't have to make any move. You just have to have possession.
Right. When the feet hit the ground, when you jump up in the air, if you lose it up in the air, it's incomplete. But if your feet hit the ground and you have the football.
Well, if that's not a completion, I never had a ball thrown over me in my whole career.
That is a missed call right there by the officials. That was a completion, and he did grab it back. Looks like he even fumbled when he hit the ground, but that looked like a good catch to me.
3rd down and 8 on the 10-yard line. Theismann hot, 4:38 on the clock. Back to throw. Harvey Martin makes the penetration. Duttons after Theismann, and he's trapped near the end zone by Randy White. And the Cowboys came on that defensive rush. Harvey Martin, Randy White, Dutton's the one that sealed off Theismann's throw.
It's been the little things today that have really come back to haunt the Redskins. A dropped interception by Lavender would have given them good field position. And, of course, the play to Monk, which was a bad call. Theismann completed that pass. But now he's trapped back at the 1-yard line. Of course, if you throw the ball in the end zone and you're trapped, it's a safety. But, of course, he didn't get rid of the ball anyway, and he was dropped on the 1-yard line. So he prevented the safety.
His body was barely on the playing field, the upper half, which had the ball. Connell now kicking from the back line. Somewhere downstate near El Paso. He is as far away from Texas Stadium as you can be. I don't know why I mentioned El Paso, except that I just came into Dallas from there, I guess. Okay, Connell back to punt it. 4:27 left. A trio of safety people back. Jones in the middle, Fellows, and of course Wilson.
Game clock.
Changing the game clock. They just rolled it down to 4 minutes even. Dick Jorgensen will tell us.
It should be 4:27. 4:27.
The 27-second clock rule sounds like the NBA. They're going to move it back to 4:27. Somebody's finger on the digital control just moved.
I wonder if Tex is working the clock today.
You think Tex Ram might have got hold of the clock?
No, he's not.
Oh, I'm just kidding. That's very good, though. I like that. Connell faced with a tremendous punting situation. Are they going to try to block it? He gets a tremendous kick.
It's good punt.
45-yard line. Jones fumbles it, picks it up, and somehow gets to about the 35. Wow.
He dribbled that one.
Oh, hold on to your enchiladas. 4:06 left. 7 points.
This isn't just my job. It's my life. For me, nothing comes close. Nothing comes close to my skull either. I just take a little pinch and put it between my cheek and gum. Sure feels good. I think going smokeless is the only way to go. And for me, Earl Campbell, this is the only way to spend an afternoon. Let's go, brother.
Enjoy tobacco without lighting up. Try Skoal, Copenhagen, or Happy Days. A pinch is all it takes.
What's happened to service in America? The dictionary says it's the performance of labor for the benefit of another. But Ava says it in 3 words. We try harder, right? It means honoring reservations, giving you their best rates, checking their cars for safety and comfort. You see, Avis believes that you should get good service simply because you paid for it. Trying harder is still the best way to do business.
I'm still laughing at Tex Rand trying to get to the clock. For some reason, that struck a funny note with me. The Cowboys have the ball now in good field position on the Washington 33, 4:06 on the clock, and first down. Dorsett's the tailback. White, inside drive to Dorsett, a big hole. Dorsett getting to the sidelines. Bird Lavender has a little bit of an angle, and the ball is knocked loose, and Washington has the football. The Redskins came up with the fumble by Dorsett after Bird Lavender cut him off at the pass, and there are a few fights over the football.
Well, that's how you stop Dorsett. Knocked the ball out of his hands because that was the only way. He was exploding down that sideline. It's like Brad Dusek or somebody knocked it out of his hands.
A great play by Lavender. The off cornerback cut him off, and Dorsett got to the outside so quickly.
Here again, Springs with the lead block, leading inside, but Dorsett goes to the hole. Good block on Dusack by Springs. He cuts to the outside, gets away from Jarris White. Drew Pearson now walls off White, but there's a lot of pursuit down that sidelines. Here's Murphy coming. There's Olkowitz, and the ball was knocked away, and I guess it was probably by Murphy or Lavender or somebody just came across and knocked it out of the hands of Dorsett.
93 yards to go. Theismann is being hit from behind by Harvey Martin. A tremendous pass rush. Called an incomplete pass. And he was martinized.
Well, Harvey won the safety that time. Or a fumble. We'll watch it. If he's got his arm in any forward motion at all, it's going to be an incompletion. And there, that is, I think that evened the Monk play up.
The arm was pinned behind his back.
I guess it all evens out, huh?
I guess. The crowd is not agreeing with us at the moment. 17-10, Cowboys. A second down, 10 facing Theismann. He's back to throw. The rush is coming. The flags are down. Theismann drills one. Giaquinto can't hold on to it, and the flags were there early.
That'll be a safety if there's a holding in the end zone. That's not holding. It's a legal procedure.
The double blocking is on Randy White up front now on every play.
Illegal motion number 30. Offense decline. Third down.
Giaquinto, the young man, number 30. All he has to do is break that stance a little bit early on the play. And now to bring up third down and 10 with 3:46 left.
Now Washington needs the play right here. It could be all over.
Back in a prevent defense, the Cowboys outside, knocked away, spiked. I believe John Dutton got his hand up. Trying for Metcalf. That's some defensive series. Ernie Stratler's going to be buying them all steak dinners.
They had Washington bottled up down there, and you just can tee off unless you can get a run out of that situation, but Washington elected to try to throw it out of there and didn't have much luck.
Connolly, number 83, might feel this punt since Jones has had so much trouble. Connell kicking from almost the same position. A high hanging kick. It doesn't turn over. Donnelly, the rookie, with the great speed, is trapped at the 40-yard line. 3:33 left on the clock. All threes. President Reagan's favorite numbers. It's 17-10 Dallas.
A phenomenon that's puzzled me is why some people settle for the ordinary when they could have the extraordinary. Perhaps its cause is simply a lack of knowledge. Fortunately, I've never had that problem. So choosing a home videotape recorder was relatively easy. I chose the Sony Betamax, for when I observed how it performed so many complex technological functions with such ease and simplicity, I no longer saw a machine. I saw genius.
The genius of Betamax, only from Sony.
Prepare yourself for a little shock. This year, many traditional full-size cars are no longer full-size cars. This one is Marquis from Lincoln Mercury. Marquis gives you all the comfort you need, plus the kind of smooth ride that makes driving a pleasure. Marquis from Lincoln Mercury. Can you see yourself riding in anything less?
Now through the National Championship, NCAA basketball on CBS Sports.
Tonight on CBS starred with 60 Minutes, then Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke star in Walt Disney's Academy Award-winning hit Mary Poppins, tonight on CBS. First and 10 on the 40. Dallas has the football and the game if they can just sit on it. That's what they think. Springs off the left side. Gets to the 34. Perry Brooks making the tackle. Clock is not going to be stopped by Dallas. The Redskins still have 3.
They've tried to shore up that right side defensive line, the Redskins, but Dallas has been running off there, off the Dallas's left side and the right side of the Washington defensive line. And Springs is over 80 yards and probably his biggest day rushing, along with over 100 yards by Dorsett. Dallas has moved the ball on the ground very well and have hit some big passing plays.
Jones is in there now for Dorsett. Dorsett offense. Second down and 5. Long calling, Danny White. Inside handoff to Jones, who breaks it and is dragging people, almost gets to the 25. Coleman just barely could hang on. Let's go to Brent Musburger in New York City for an update.
Rookie, an incredible inning in Shea Stadium. 21 seconds to go. Richard Todd drills Jerome Barkham. The extra point is good. Would you believe it? The Jets beat Miami 16-15. They're tied for first. Let's go back to you now in Dallas.
What a turnaround the New York Jets have had.
The Jets and the Bengals been hot in that AFC.
It's not over with yet. Not even here. 2:12 on the clock. First and 10 for Dallas. Jones again. Jones off to the right side. Gets inside the 25. I believe Brooks again making a tackle. The 2-minute warning stops the clock, but not the Dallas drive. 17-10 Dallas.
Alcoa presents Fantastic Finishes. 1967, 15 degrees below zero in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The Packers trail the Cowboys by 3. The field is a sheet of ice as Bart Starr keeps the ball and sneaks into the end zone for the score. Who made the block that sprung him? Right guard Jerry Kramer against massive Jethro Pugh. The Packers win 21-17 and claim the NFL championship.
Alcoa can't wait.
Since time began, nature has demonstrated the wisdom of recycling. In rain that falls to the earth, travels to the sea, and rises to the clouds again. Now, man must learn to recycle too. At Alcoa, we've already started by initiating programs that are saving billions of aluminum cans every year. Raw materials and energy too. Recycling, we're simply doing what nature has always done.
We can't wait for tomorrow. Alcoa can't wait.
In the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. Dallas apparently going to tie with Philadelphia. Don't forget, 60 minutes will be seen in its entirety following the conclusion of this game.
Washington's played a good game all day. Losing Joe Washington at halftime has really hurt them in the second half. They haven't had a consistent offense going. Washington had 84 yards rushing the first half, so they've missed him. But they've still hung in there. And
left guard jump, Herbert Scott.
They've had a chance at times, but they just haven't been able to get the right break at the right time in the second half. And a couple dropped interceptions, and Dallas has taken advantage of some other opportunities and got the big touchdown to go ahead 17-10 on a Danny White throw down the middle of Drew
Number 68, offense, still second down.
Next for the Redskins, the Buffalo Bills. Of course, Thursday, Thanksgiving Day on CBS, the Chicago Bears come here. Then the Cowboys will get that good extra day or two's rest and then play Baltimore. The schedule does not go against the Dallas Cowboys.
Should be a wing dinger against Baltimore.
Could be.
For the first 5 minutes.
Second down at 14. Handoff. Dorsett gets back inside and really gets back to the 27. Dave Butts.
Good inside pursuit by Dave Butts coming down the line. And
Washington, first time out this half.
You know what? It should be tighter at the top. How about the two teams 9-3? Dallas, Philadelphia. 2 weeks ago, of course, or 3 weeks on the 13th of December. These two would meet right here at Texas Stadium. That's, of course, if Dallas holds on for the next 153. Now, you've won a lot of games yourself inside of 2 minutes, don't you?
Well, these guys in the truck don't have that much confidence in Washington, but you never know. But next week you got a big one, Los Angeles at Pittsburgh. It's a big one for Pittsburgh. And Washington at Buffalo. Buffalo came back today. The Giants at San Francisco. San Francisco, a team on the move. And, of course, Atlanta at Houston. And Atlanta needs to get rolling, or they're going to be out of it this year, and they were favored to win their division.
If those are big games, how come you and I are going to be up in the snow of Minnesota?
Well, the Pack really did not come back today, so Minnesota's got a key one against Atlanta on Monday night. Minnesota is kind of my Cinderella team. I think they're an excellent football team. They're 7-4, good offense. And
I know they're a good team, but boy, they're awful to watch. They run around, tiptoeing around, and they make it win. You know, that's just my own personal opinion. I like it down here in Texas.
You like the cheerleaders?
Of course. The coach, he's not ready to nail up a W yet.
Well, it's third and 11. They've got to get something happening here. They're going to have to throw the football, and of course, if Washington can stop them, it could be interesting.
Inside hand.
There's a reverse. It's a reverse.
Here comes Pearson. He's got a lot of room. He's got Rafferty out in front of him. Rafferty and Hill out in front of him. Pearson to the shadow of the goal line, and then is stopped. A reverse. Dorsett to Pearson to the goal line.
Dallas, you know where they stole this play? They stole this play from Green Bay. Green Bay ran this play off the shotgun. The handoff. Dallas has never run reverse off the handoff. Here it is. They've run a lot of handoffs to Dorsett, but this time they ran the reverse, and it really fooled the Redskins. They over-pursued. Of course, they went against Manley's side and also Coleman's. Two guys with a lot of speed, a lot of pursuit. Came back, and that's a heck of a call.
You know what I have to do? I have to thank Ermal Allen right now, the special coach for the Cowboys that is recovering in the hospital and probably not allowed to watch this. But, you know, he's the kind of guy that would go in and spend 8 hours in a projection room and find out a play that he might want to put in there.
Now, they're going to miss him because he really puts their game plan, helps put their game plan together. And here's Redskins are still fighting, not giving up an inch, and they're going to be stopped short. But Ermal's going to be missed down the line because he, again, studies the other team, analyzes them, puts the input into the computer to print out the offense and defense philosophies of the teams and what their tendencies are. And Ermal's now in a hospital recovering. He'll be out definitely for quite a while, and we're just praying that he's going to have a good, solid recovery from a heart attack.
He'll be out there. He'll be swinging that soft wedge again. He's a great person and a wonderful guy to watch do this development through the years. It's that close. The timeout now is taken by the Redskins. Let's go to New York. We've got a timeout here. Brent?
Rookie, we've got a major development in Anaheim. Pat Hayden has brought the Los Angeles Rams all the way back. Wendell Tyler for the touchdown. Corral's extra point is good. Would you believe it? They lead the 49ers right now, 31-30. And, Brookie, you got to love Atlanta now tomorrow night against Minnesota. Back to you and Roger and Dallas.
Brent, you're right. All those teams that were 5 and 6 and what have you that are battling for that wild card spot, the Rams are still hanging pretty tough. Makes Atlanta's game rather important against Minnesota.
Well, San Francisco's had a great year, but that could be 2 in a row to San Francisco. Here's Danny White. Tomlin, that brings back some memories.
Our executive producer, Terry O'Neill. Senior producer, Charles H. Milton III. Our friend Red Eye. Produced by Johnny Paratzis. And, of course, the pictures by Bob Dunphy. A great job for all of the people that get together and gather in here on the weekend and try to bring CBS football into your homes.
Remember, I was on the sidelines with Flander, and he told me my first time, Roger, get in the football game. Football gives you leadership, initiative, and individuality now. Run those plays exactly the way I call them.
Goal to go, second down. White to Springs. He got it by the narrowest of margins. Springs went up. The coach and Gil Brandt walking relaxed probably for the first time. And the Skins have battled as hard as you can all day.
Ron Springs has had a good day. He's running the ball well, and he climaxes a good day with a touchdown.
The 6th touchdown rushing for Springs, who has had an outstanding day. But that score is going to be deceptive. It was not a 24-10 shellacking. This has been a very tough, difficult football game. Septien now. Waters holding. There's the kick. It is. It's a 24-10 game. And I'd still like to say that the Redskins have not backed off an inch. The Dallas defense, the big pass rush, covered up for any mistakes that young secondary might have made today.
Well, there's 2 or 3 passes were knocked down, and there were some excellent plays in the secondary, but again, the pressure on the defensive front four and a few mistakes by the Redskins have made a difference in this game, but it's been close. Anything could have happened in the second half, but it just wasn't the Washington Redskins second half, and again, we've mentioned it, but Joe Washington has been missed a great deal.
True, the first half, he kept them within the shadow of the Cowboys, who could go on to be 9-3, tied with Philadelphia, who was upset in startling fashion, I'm sure, back in Philadelphia today. The Eagles upset by the New York Giants.
That was a big loss because it was in the division also. When you get into that tiebreaker system, it's head-to-head first and then division record second. So the game, the shootout here in Dallas, will play a role, and it'll even be a bigger role now, even if Philadelphia would beat Dallas.
How about
with
the
that
Eagles?
loss?
Eagles still have to beat the Redskins, too. The Redskins might decide this thing yet.
So losing in the division by Philadelphia today could make a big difference.
Septien, squib kick. Bouncy. Tried to be taken by Cronin, but it's taken by Nelms. Nelms dancing around, gets outside on the left side in front of the Dallas bench. He has blockers in front, over the 40. Cuts back inside. Nelms fighting to the 20-yard line. Oh, what a return. He made the wall. I don't even think it was set up over there. He just made one for him. Newhouse caught him at the 20-yard line.
Nelms is the best in the NFC at returning kickoffs, and here's why. We'll get a chance to see a great run.
Oh, yes, to steal it from the linebacker. You know the linebacker wants it, Cronin, right?
There he goes, a little move here, cuts back to the outside. Good block on Newsom right there. Here's Dennis Thurman down the field. He's running the other way, but he knows that big number 85 is in front of him that time, and that's Don Warren.
Nelms is born in Texas, I think, you know it? He's back home. He got the Redskins down in there. To the 20, Theismann. Big rush. Stands in there. He's sacked by Randy White. A quick huddle now. 32 seconds left on the clock. The Skins only have one timeout left. Waters is calling out the rubber band defense. Loose. Is anybody offside? Somebody was. The flags are down. Giaquinto makes the catch.
George Stark moved on the Redskins, and a couple of Cowboys moved, so this will be interesting.
Randy White got the head of steam up. Look at it. He's just checking to make sure it's all done right. Bruce Thornton was the Cowboy. When you went to school over in Roswell at the Institute before Annapolis, did you ever think you'd be up here in the booth, being the analyst and everything?
Not back in those days, I didn't.
Offsides, number 77, defense, still second down.
Especially, that's what I thought when I went to Roswell High.
Especially when I was in grade school, you were my hero, and to be up here with you is really.
19 seconds left. Theismann on second down at 14. Harvey Martin from behind with the arm coming forward. With a fight for the football at the 30. Redskins maintain possession. Harvey Martin coming round the bend.
You know, the freelancing front fours in football, Dallas is not one of them. They've got to worry about the rush, and when they know another team's going to throw, that's when they're extra tough. And of course, they have to throw, and Harvey comes around that corner like a bat out of heck, and he's very tough when you have to throw the football.
Next Saturday, it's the premiere of NCAA basketball on CBS Sports. You'll see the Wolverines of Michigan go up against the University of Arkansas Razorbacks, or the University of Georgia Bulldogs take on the Dons of the University of San Francisco. NCAA basketball on CBS. So check your local listings, and that's a premiere. There's nothing like good college baskets. Don't forget, 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following this football game, which still has 10 seconds left.
Now, we might miss 60 Minutes, but by the time I get home, I'm not going to miss Mary Poppins.
You've seen it 3 times. You like to run it back and run it again, huh?
I fell in love with Julie Andrews and The Sound of Music.
Bill Friel's been our spotter. It's been a wild game, tough. 3 sacks, or make that 4 sacks by the Dallas defense of Joe Theismann. This is Joe Theismann's 3rd down call. He's got 20 to go for anything. He's going deep for Monk. Number 81 jumps, and it's bounced away. Jump ball in the end zone. Everson Walls was up there along with Monk. Undaunted. You can beat him for a touchdown. He'll come back and get the INT. He has no interceptions today, but 10 for the year.
It's amazing, isn't it? Rookie, 10 for the year. You know, rookies are interesting guys anyway. We had a rookie in our locker room. We put our tickets in will call. The equipment man would come by and pick them up, and this rookie, after 9 games, said, "Hey, who's this guy will call? Keeps getting all these tickets." You know, rookies are funny guys out there.
Yes, they are. This is perhaps the last Redskin offensive play. Theismann hanging it up again in Monk's direction. Again, a jump ball. Intercepted, but out of the end zone by Everson Walls. Dennis Thurman back there, too. There it is. Dallas ties with Philadelphia at 24-10. But this has been a scrap at Texas Stadium. This is Tom Brookshire for Roger Staubach saying so long from the land of the tacos with some football game. Now let's go to New York.